I better go anyway, I'm in the options, no, you're right, okay, right.
Alright, good afternoon folks. Warm welcome to the auction room here this afternoon. We've only just got the one property here for you this afternoon. That's property at number 71 Fairfax Crescent, marketed by Dell and Dyson. Obviously you are familiar and aware with the procedure. We've actually brought this auction forward because the owner is in contract, so we're here to sell the property this afternoon. My name's Grant Child. My role is fairly self-explanatory, being up the front here, but I've got Robin looking after all the technology in the auction room as well. I just need to go through some documentation, clarify a few pertinent points, and then share with you a couple of things regarding the conduct of the auction, and then we'll get down to the business, and we won't take up too much of your time. If you bid on this property this afternoon, folks, you are bidding on the basis we've provided you with the buying and selling guide put out by the Real Estate Authority. Obviously, if you require overseas investment office consent to purchase in New Zealand, then you have obtained that prior to any bidding here this afternoon. Likewise, if you require any specialist reports, builders reports, LIM reports, those sorts of things, finance, all that has all been pre-arranged and you're satisfied with everything because you do bid on a cash, unconditional basis here as with all auctions. So let's turn our attention to the contract of sale that we work to. Again, that's been widely circulated. By way of your bidding today, I'm going to assume that you've read, understood and accept that contract that we work to. And of course, I remind you that bidding at auction, you are deemed to have accepted the vendor's title as well. I will take the liberty of going back to the front page, and in this area here on the front page of the contract is highlighted in blue there on the screen for you for a little bit of clarity. That's what's known as the conduct of today's auction. So the owner has set a reserve price. That reserve price has been set at the level of the pre-auction contract, and when we get to providing you the opportunity to purchase the property, I will disclose the level of that pre-auction offer and then invite any bids over that level for you to be able to purchase the property here today. Obviously, transparency is the key, which is why the auction has been brought forward to give everybody the opportunity to buy the property. In terms of clause 2.4, 2.5, there will be no vendor bidding on this property, and there will be no telephone bidding as well. And under clause 2.3, I won't be exercising my right to refuse any bids either, so everything is entirely up to you. So we won't go too much into that because it's not going to be happening here. We're here to sell the property today, so I'll be accepting any bids that come my way, and of course our vendor will be delighted with that as well. If there's any disputed bidding, I'll simply re-offer the property at the last undisputed bid. And if we do get any further bidding, then on the fall of the hammer, the successful purchaser are required to complete two very simple tasks. And of course that is completed prior to you starting your celebrations. One is of course to sign the contract, and the second one being to pay your deposit. We only ask for 10% of the purchase price here today. The balance is then payable on settlement date. Whilst I talk about settlement date, folks, the contract has also got a settlement clause in there, and that is there to protect you and the owner of the property. He's hoping it doesn't happen, but if we do get moved to a different alert level in terms of the COVID-19 and the settlement is unable to take place, then nobody's out of house and home. That clause will protect you, so you are covered in terms of that clause. So, any questions at this juncture, folks, before I just share with you some brief pearls of wisdom about 71 Fairfax Crescent? No questions? All good to go. Okay, well, let's look at the property itself there. Of course, you will remember, and I think, Darwin, you clearly stated it in your marketing as well, that it's in the zone for the popular Pies Pass schools as well. So but being in that location where it's good schooling makes it a great family home indeed. When we look at the legal aspects of the property, it is an estate and freehold, 570 square metres more or less is your land holding, all described in record of title 349227. 30th of October is the settlement date that has been set down. Of course, that's otherwise mutually agreed as well there, so a bit of flexibility around that. If you do need an alternative date, then certainly talk to your agent and Darwin, we can organise something for you as well. What about the channels list? Any difference in what you had circulated out there, Darwin? No changes there. So whilst you have a look at this next slide on the screen there as it opens up a little bit, you do find that it's a good sized site there, being the 570 square metres, and of course it's nicely fenced, so nice and safe for kids and pets as well. Again, reminiscent of the good family home that it does offer you. A generation home built, so built by generation home, so you can certainly expect it to last for generations. And it's definitely one of those property, I'd suggest, fair to say, it does offer you plenty of bang for your buck, and you'll find out what that is in a few brief moments. A rental appraisal done on the property there, so it's been appraised to rent at between $580 and $620 a week. So you do the calculations on that, and I'm sure you'll find that the calculator will come out advising you that you will get one heck of a lot better return on this property as an investment property than what you will in the bank. But it is here to be sold today instead of next week. Buyers, I now invite any bidding over $750,000. Anything over $750,000 earns you the opportunity to bid for the keys here. Perhaps do we say 755? Here's your opportunity now. 755 is it there, sir? At $755,000 at the back of the room there. Here's your opportunity if you come to buy. Now's your opportunity right here, right now. I'll take any denomination you wish to put on top. Property's here for outright sale here today at $755,000. 56 we go. At 756, 760 would be a good strategic move. Shall we go there now? At 756, 760 is it?
760.
760 we go. At $760,000, still taking your singles there, sir. Here's your opportunity right here, right now. Don't let it pass you by. You had the keys in your hands for a brief moment there. At $760,000, another single on top, shall I say, for you? 61 we go. At 761, do we go straight to 65 there, sir? Here's your chance now. Keep the pressure on. At $761,000, I sell at the back.
765.
65 we go. 765 it is now. Try another single on top there, sir. Here's your opportunity now. Do we say 766 for you? At $765,000, we sell down here. What about one more shot at it, sir? If they go again, you haven't spent anything, but just that extra single might just buy the property. I don't know, you're the only one that can test it. At $765,000, have I got your absolute best there, sir? Quickly now, call it 3 times. First call now at $765,000. Are we going to try one more now? Second call now. 66 we go. Haven't quite shaken them yet. 770 would be a good strategic move, I would suggest. 770 is it there, sir? 766. Go 770. Shall we go there now? Here's your opportunity now.
770.
770. At 770. What's your answer to that there, sir? Perhaps try that single again. That's 770. A nice round number. Perhaps put one on top. Just break the mould. If he goes again, like I said before, you haven't spent anything. At $770,000, there's your valuer sitting right there in front of you. You know you're not paying too much here at an auction. First call now at $770,000. Are you back in again for another single? I'll take a $500 bid if it's going to help you then. Second call now at $770,000. Time runs out, you can change your mind, but it has to be before this hammer hits the podium. Third and final opportunity. Have I got your absolute best? Quickly, it goes. Sold to you at $770,000. My congratulations to you. Appreciate your spirited bidding, folks. Congratulations to our seller. On behalf of the team at Eves, thanks for your attendance this afternoon and good afternoon.
Oh, great.